Hey guys, what's up? Sync here, and I'm bringing you a Pokemon X and Wi-Fi battle against my man Torre. And I think this guy's from Smogon. I don't remember. I just remember this being a really good match. He's in my friends list, so I randomly, battled him because that's what I do. And yeah, it was pretty good. Looking at his team, it's looking pretty scary. He has a Conkeldurr on it, which if that's the Assault Vest variant, that's going to be real annoying to get over if he somehow gets under my Togekiss. He has Vivillon, which I know is going to Sleep Powder from what I can tell from VGC. Crobat, I don't really know what he runs this gen, but he's always been pretty good. Espeon, definitely annoying. Electivire, and Slowbro, bulky. I think what I want to do is lead with Mammo, just to make sure I get those Stealth Rocks up to take care of Vivillon and Crobat. I have to be careful with Espeon. But anyway, I'm going to go straight into this battle. Let's see what goes on. Torre is issuing a challenge. I like his shades, but mine are definitely better. White shades, Sinky, coming out in all black. And I lead off with my Babar. King Babar, about to pop off. Now, I have a Focus Sash, so I'm going to go straight for the Stealth Rocks. I don't really care what happens here. Conkeldurr, he can look scary, but I'm going to live. He actually predicts that I'll go into Togekiss and Stone Edges. I take that very nicely, switch out, and I'm going to go to my Venusaur, Mr. Alphonse. He's going to Drain Punch like I thought, because he just wants to kill my Mammo. Then I saw how much that did, but I realized it was a crit. I knew I was okay. So for sure I thought he would go into his Espeon. Stealth Rocks are up, so it'll be good. I'm going to take a little damage from that. And I went into my Venusaur instead of my Togekiss just to get this Espeon out. Because I want to kill it. I want to Sleep Powder things on his team. Because that's what Venusaur does. So he switches in. I go straight for the Giga Drain. Get some of that health back. I didn't switch into Caesar. I didn't want to be that guy and switch into Caesar and get Drain Punch and he stays in anyway. Because that would be terrible. So I'm going to switch out. Not to my Tyranitar to be immune to the Psychic. But I'm going to go straight into my Caesar, keep some momentum. I'm going to take this as well as an offensive Pokemon could take this. Did a lot, actually, nearly 50%. He reveals that he's Life Orb, so I'm pretty sure he's going to switch out. And I didn't go for Pursuit because I wanted to maintain some momentum with U-Turn, just in case he switched into something that would set up on me. And that's what happened. Anyway, I go for my Banded U-Turn. Knock the crap out of this Slowbro. It critically hits, and I definitely think that mattered. I would have went into another Pokemon to kill it anyway, but still, that hit really hard. But at least he gets to see what I get to switch into. Sorry, I'm a little sick. I'm going to go straight back into King Babar to get that Conkeldurr to come back out. This time, I'm not going to play around. I'm going to pull a double here and go straight for the Togekiss for the 4x resist on the Drain Punch. And I think he does just that, yep. Drain Punches me. Doesn't do anything. Cosmo, granting my wish of making sure he's bulky at all times. Yeah, usually people switch into Electric type versus Togekiss. They don't want to get Air Slash to death. I read this switch. It's a little obvious, but I mean, what else could he have done? A Dazzling Gleam. It's a Life Orb modest Dazzling Gleam stab. It leaves him with almost nothing. I'm going to go ahead and switch out into Mammo just in case for that electric attack. And I think Mamoswine's pretty much done his job. I'm not really too worried about this. And I wouldn't mind. Yeah, he read that switch. So I wouldn't mind if he read the switch and died to Life Orb damage. That would be awesome. Double down. But unfortunately, he's not Life Orbed and he's definitely Expert Belted or something. So I'm going to go right into Caesar. I thought about pursuing because he'd switch, but then I was like, wait, Stealth Rocks are out. There's no point in that. So I'm going to go straight for the Bullet Punch and KO this Electivire. So that thing's done. Conkeldurr comes right back out. I'm not playing around with this thing. I'm going to go... I think I'm going to go straight into Venusaur again. Yeah, I went straight into Venusaur. I want that Espeon dead. I just want to Sleep Powder things. That's all I want. This will make things a lot easier. He goes for the Drain Punch. Didn't do much at all. My bulky Alphonse. The young Elric brother trapped in a Venusaur took that Drain Punch very well. And I believe I go straight for the Giga Drain again. Or Sludge Bomb or something. Oh, I went for a Sleep Powder. Okay. So I went for a Sleep Powder. I mean, there's not much risk to that, really, because if Espeon did come out and I Sleep Powdered, it would just reflect back, or even Leech Seed, it would reflect back and do nothing. So I'm going to go straight into T-Tar, be immune to the Psychic. I want this thing dead, because this is probably the best thing that can stand up to my Venusaur, because that Life Orb Psychic will hit hard. Espeon is dead for sure, so it's going to go straight for a Screen, because if it switch out, Stealth Rocks will kill it. If it stays in, it dies to Sandstorm or my incoming move, which I just killed him with Crunch. The Reflect is a little annoying though, but what can you do? Should have read that switch earlier. Anyway, so he goes straight into Crobat, and here I think I got a little ahead of myself. I thought he was trying to bait me into staying in with Tyranitar so he can get Conkeldurr in, but then I was like, wait a minute. He could just switch in Conkeldurr and apply the pressure there. Like, there was no point in that, so that was kind of a bad play on my part. And then it goes for the Defog, so, like, the whole reason my Mamo did anything was, like, invalidated. But, whatever. Now that Vivillon can freely come in, this Crobat's going to go for Roost. So far it reveals as Defog and Roost, which is pretty good. I like this Crobat so far this gen. I'm going to go for the Air Slash just to see what he does. Does a good amount. Not really too worried about it. Now here, I think I predict that he's going to go into Toxic. I see support moves on his set. I don't really think he would go try and attack Cosmo because he would die. I don't think that would happen. So I go straight into Robin thinking he's going to Toxic. But then he comes out and proves that he's the bravest of Crobats and just goes ham on my Caesar and he dies instantly. No, I did not think it was packing Brave Bird. A little sad, but whatever. Caesar was going to be the thing that was going to really mess up his team after I weakened it, but it's fine. Anyway, so I switched back into my Cosmo. I'm going to take another Brave Bird. Sandstone decided, so I'll live. And I barely live. Max HP, thank God. And I go for the Roost, knowing that I will live. I was hoping I would live. I was banking on that. And if I died, he could have died to recoil damage anyway, and I would be fine with that. So anyway, I go for the Roost. Didn't want to send out Rotom in that situation, just in case he Toxicated. That would have been terrible. I'm not about to play around with Toxic. Anyway, this Vivillon comes in and instantly starts substituting. So I already know where this is going. So I go for an Air Slash. I'm not really afraid of it. You know, I'm 4x to bug. I don't really care if I fall asleep. Don't care. Don't care what this Vivillon does. It does nothing to Cosmo. He does not care. Does not have any fairy power like I do. It sounded kind of funny. Anyway, so he substitutes again. I'm like, okay, we're going to do this. We're really going to do this. So I'm going to Roost. Get that Life Orb damage back. Nearly at full. And I'm just going to keep pressuring this thing. I don't want it setting up, because if it sets up, I'm going to be very upset. I'm going to switch out and go straight into my Tyranitar. Not really too worried about what this thing's going to do. I'm going to get the Sand up to negate the leftovers at the very least. He Sleep Powders Tyranitar like I thought. Here comes the Sleep Powder. And, yep, I'm asleep now. But that's okay. Tyranitar is one of the few Pokemon that I don't mind going to sleep, because he's just there to be bulky, because that's what Tyranitar does. My trusty old Fordo. Anyway, I'm going to switch out, taking that Sleep Powder. He's going to go for the obvious Quiver Dance, because why not? Why not? It doesn't really matter. So I switch into Togekiss, the 4x resist a bug. He has no way of putting me to sleep. So I'm not really scared of this thing at all. And I'm going to go straight for... I believe I'll go straight for an Air Slash, just to get this thing to do something, instead of just being behind that sub and healing itself. Dang, this takes forever when you do something. And then he reveals it as Hurricane. So this is tragic. I'm very sad that this just happened to me. So its fourth move is Hurricane. I thought it was going to be Bug Buzz. I mean, Hurricane makes way more sense, but that just shows how much I know about Vivillon. Anyway, so I air slash break the sub. I believe I stay in and air slash again just to force him into hurricaning me so I can get a good switch in while the substitute is not up. He could have stalled me out in the sand, but I don't think he was going to risk that because I could read subs and go for roosts. So he goes straight for the hurricane, takes me out, which I'm fine. Cosmo put in optimal work, although Conkeldur's still lurking around, but I got Venusaur for that, so I think we're going to be okay. So this thing has no sub. I'm going to try and revenge kill this. Send it straight in my Rotom. Hurricane resist. I know I'm going to resist it. I believe I'll take a good amount of them. So I'm going to just start Thunderbolting right off the bat. It's going to take out that substitute easily. So I believe he's going to switch. I don't think he can do much to Rotom right now. He's going to have to wiggle around this thing. Yeah, he's going to switch straight into... Let's see who comes out. Oh, Conkeldurr, that's right. So I'm going to go for the obvious Thunderbolt again. I don't want that Vivillon setting up, so he switched. That was a good read on his part. Very easy read, though. And I don't go for the Will-O-Wisp here. I go for a Hydro Pump instead because I want to damage this thing as much as I can. And plus, since he's running Stone Edge, I believe he's going to be running Guts. He's not. I don't think he's Iron Fist. Anyway, he goes for a Stone Edge for some reason. I have no idea why. Maybe he thought I was switching to Venusaur. I don't know. But he's going to go. I'm going to go right back into my Venusaur, and he's going to go for the Drain Punch. It's going to do decent damage. Now that Espeon's gone, my Venusaur can really do some nasty things. So I'm going to start sleep powdering. Just in case. I don't really care what came in. I just want something to sleep. I want to get my life back. I want to plant my little seeds in your Pokemon. And that sounded wrong. But plant your seeds in the Pokemon and get some health back. Unfortunately, Leech Seed misses. But Conkeldurr is still asleep. So it doesn't really matter too much. A turn wasted. I'm going to go for the Leech Seed again. Get some health back versus this Conkeldurr. And I keep going for the Leech Seed and not killing this Conkeldurr because just in case Vivillon switches in, I want to be able to absorb him. So instead of here killing him, I'm a little afraid of the Assault Vest still, so I'm going to go straight into a Sleep Powder just in case Vivillon switches in on like a Giga Drain or something like that. So Conkeldurr's put to sleep again, and Leech Seed's going to run its course while this guy sleeps while holding cinder blocks or cement blocks in his hand. I don't even know how he does that. Anyway, the young Elric trapped in the Venusaur is slowly getting his health back. So I go for the Sludge Bomb just in case Vivillon comes in. I don't want to play around with this Vivillon. Hurricane is a scary move. It does scary things to people. I'm not about that life. Anyway, Vivillon is going to come in. I'm going to force this thing into Hurricane. I'm just going to keep Sludge Bombing. I really don't care what it does. So it does kill me. It knows I'm just going to Sludge Bomb anyway, so don't play games with Vivillons. Serious business. Looking shiny and stuff. Very nice shiny, by the way. It looks cool. Anyway, I go right into Rotom, and this should be game. He goes for the Hurricane. He knows he shouldn't substitute Quiver Dance or anything because he won't live through a Thunderbolt. Goes straight for the Confusion. Doesn't get it. A Thunderbolt. That will be game. So GG, Torre. I think Torre. Anyway, good match. Really cool team. Nice shiny. A lot of awesome things happened there. Anyway, thanks for watching. I will be coming up with more Pokemon X and Y videos shortly, but I hope you really like my first one. A like would be appreciated. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.